Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Jurassic World Evolution. This is episode 20, which, first off, wow, I'm surprised that we're at 20 episodes, because I really didn't think we were going to go too far in this when I first started. I thought it would be, maybe 4 or 5 episodes, and then we'd move on, but somehow I'm still going, and I guess people are still enjoying it too. But, speaking of content, we have 3 more dinosaurs to look at because they have released the Cretaceous Dinosaur Pack, which is a $5 pack with 3 new species, all from the Cretaceous, obviously, which are fairly interesting. We've got the Dreadnoughtus here, which is a Titanosaur, so it's even bigger than the Brachiosaur. We've got the Iguanodon with its weird little thumbs, and it is a herbivore that will actually fight back against carnivores, apparently. So I guess I should probably test that at some point. And then we've got the returning Carcharodontosaurus, the land shark, so named because it shares a very similar kind of razor-sharp tooth shape as the Carcharodon, the great white. So that's a good thing to see coming back from Operation Genesis. So let's start researching these, and then I just remembered that I have multiple research teams. So we're still here on Isla Muerta East. And what was I working on last time? Because we did our security contract, so I guess we're just going for the next mission now. So, science, I guess we should do next, because that looks like it's another species. So, new contract.
With this contract, opportunity is knocking.
Easy one there.
Or around here, more precisely, roaring.
So, we have to wait for that research to complete before we can start digging up fossils. What does she want? An herbivore? Yeah, smaller medium herbivore.
Warning. Sabotage in progress.
Oh. Been here for like 5 seconds. But yeah, so I've got a fair number of species to work on now. I mean, we've only seen one from the Dr. Wu pack, which is the Troodon. We still have to do the... I'm actually forgetting what the other herbivore was, but then there's the 3 hybrids. We still haven't even done the Indoraptor, which I have to do the mission for to unlock on Isla Sorna. And now you've got 3 more dinosaurs on the pile, on top of a few that I still haven't put out in my other park. So, we got some stuff to do. I turned the brightness a little bit back up because after we did last episode with Perpetually Dark Pina, and remembering that this island becomes night as well, I thought it was just better to have it a little brighter. Alright. So, go back to what I was doing before the power went out. So let's see, smaller medium herbivore. Seems like a good chance of getting one from there. Thought there was still a few that I was a little short on. Oh, well, there's the Iguanodon. That would count as a smaller medium herbivore. How's the Giga doing? Or I suppose the Giga. I really like the way it looks. The coloration is a little weird, but it's got a real giant, thick head and neck. Alright, so...
I want to take this contract, which means you want to take it too, correct?
I mean, I would like to make a Dreadnoughtus, but we don't have the genomes, and I'm not even sure I can make a really big enclosure for it here, so let's just turn her down. Alright, so I'm gonna have to start expanding downward here. Because we have a lot of space here to expand outward, and a fairly open park in which to do that. Alright, so that opens up the Dreadnoughtus and the Carcharodontosaurus. There's also apparently a new skin for the Spinosaur that was unlocked during some kind of charity livestream they did. So I wonder if that's like a skin that's closer to its Jurassic Park 3 appearance, or just something new, but it's apparently the jungle skin. Alright, so let's get to building here. Now, I guess... I mean, I've got all this area over on the left here, but there's still this good little section here where I could probably do a nice enclosure. The question is, what do I want to put out?
You've been able to accomplish, we can advance our work here in the Science Division.
Maybe do something like this, just kind of a big enclosure. It's a little wonky shaped, but I think that's alright. That way I should be able to fit like that there. And that like that, so that I could maybe put like a restaurant or something next to it. Now, I only have one creation lab, right? And it's in the Troodon enclosure.
En route to top-up feeder.
Did I put a gate here? Okay, I did. I think the Troodon's probably doing alright. They've also done a new patch since the last episode. Another new patch that just mostly just adds more information to the UI, but you can also do stuff like increase the rate at which it dispenses. So if you have an enclosure with, you know, a lot of species in it, you can turn that up so that you don't have to build more feeders to keep them fed. Which is just something that probably should have been in there from the beginning. Alright. Oh. Peacefully slumbering Giganosaurus. Look at that sleepy killer. Is there a... I was gonna say, is there like a crushed flower under its foot? Morning, sunshine. And you can see also that they've added more statuses. So it's not just like roaming, socializing, hungry. It actually tells you what it's actively doing, and if there is something reducing its comfort, it'll say like lonely if it needs more pack mates or, you know, something like that. So again, stuff that probably should have been in there from the beginning because it's just more information that it gives you as the player. Okay, well, we got this little ridge here where I probably should have adjusted this before I built this enclosure. No. What are you missing? Overcrowded. let's see. Population 3 to 9. Oh, right. I had to get rid of them because of the Muttabuttasaurus. They needed a huge group, so I need to get rid of the pentas. I don't remember why this one is tranquilized, though. I think it's just because its comfort hit 0. Alright.
Responding to repair request. Asset to be collected.
So, sell the pentas. Kentrosaurs, population of 17, so they should be alright.
Picking up asset.
Understood. We are always looking for new challenges.
There is a new job available. And I know just the person to do it.
Alright. So, start getting some of this stuff going.
En route to pick up the asset.
Okay, so the fences are fixed. The muttas are doing alright. Should make one more, though, just so that they're slightly above their population comfort limit, so that if something happens to one of them, they don't all freak out. Let's give you the vivid gene. Alright. So that problem dealt with. That's just... You can hear when they start slamming against the fence from a distance. Okay, back to what I was doing here. I wish there was a bigger brush for this. Because, like, when you have to do a whole section of the park like this, it would be nice to have a faster way to do so. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy this, because the gates, or the fences you can lower, but you can't lower the gates or the structures like that. Okay, well, I can't really change this side, so I'm just gonna kind of do it like this, and then smooth it along the border. Someone else trying to break out now?
Asset requiring collection.
Alright, let's wake this guy up. Oh, they look like they're doing alright now. Okay, let's close the shelters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for this.
So I'm not doing too bad on money. I think we're at the part now where it's not going to go down enough for me to worry. I mean, maybe it would if I spent a lot of it on some really expensive dinos, but otherwise, I think we should be good for the most part. Keep bringing all this down to the same level.
Asset being transported.
It's weird that there's a delay on this, though. Like, you can see where my cursor is versus where the ground is moving. It has to, like, catch up.
Asset delivered.
I don't know why this decided it was going to go... Oh, I guess it is a lot higher over here. I don't know, some of these lines are confusing. Low health. Oh, probably you because you were unconscious and starving. Alright, doing better now. Okay, well, this side is leveled out now, so I can start here. So I'm gonna curve the path just a little bit outward, just to give some space. Oh, no, not quite, a little too close. Let's curve it a little more like that. That's good. I don't really know why I left this space back here. I guess I can put a creation lab down there. But I'm getting that problem where it tries to smush the fence. So what I'm gonna do is just straighten out the fence a little bit. Okay, that's not a breaking sound. I think that's just the sound the Giganato makes. Let's get rid of that bizarre little piece of fence. Alright. There's a good enclosure. This should fit better now. Still pretty close there, but I should be able to make a path that still fits. It's just going to be a little bit of a winding path for them to get into work. Alright, and let's get some power down on this side.
I'm not sure if you're gunning for my job. With numbers like yours, you deserve it.
The numbers are looking great.
Man, everyone's talking about my numbers. Actually, instead of building that pointless one, just connect that there. And yet, apparently, I'm not making enough profit from guest attractions to finish this mission yet, or contract. Alright, let's pop one of those down. Get some water in here. Maybe prune back the forest a little bit. I mean, I don't know what's going to go in here, but looks like a good start. Alright, so we are going to need to get our money flowing in, so let's see if we can get some attractions going. Okay, well actually everything is covered except for the new hotel. So we just need shopping and fun down that way.
Hey, just heard of a great opportunity.
No, I need science.
I'd take this contract myself if I had the time, but I don't. You, on the other hand...
I would build all of these guest attractions to increase your visitor count if I could, but I won't. Alright, let's see how this new skin looks on it. Very colorful, which makes sense for Vivid. It does kind of look like someone just spilled paint on it, though.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Our little muddy buddy here.
Tyrannosaurus to the party.
Okay, so that's all good. Get like a toy shop and a bowling alley, I guess. How are we doing on power? Not great. There's only 5 power left, which means it's about to run out. So maybe let's get another power station. I could actually put that right here. Get rid of this little dead-end corner down here. Connect it into the grid. That's a little better. Kind of a weird sickle-shaped path, but it's a start. Doesn't have any power now, but that's alright. Okay, so 240. So increase the staff and increase what you can buy. Let's charge like double price for it. People will be all over it. And the bowling alley, 0 guests. Nope, now there's 240. 435, 600. There we go. It's a very busy bowling alley. Alright, I would hope that that increases the profit for a minute, though it actually seems to have gone down, so I don't know what the problem there is. Alright, so once we get this power station up, I can figure out what I'm going to put into the new enclosure. And just keep pulling up these new dinosaurs. So what do I need for the new hybrids? That would be under genetics. So Elosorna, okay, that's the Indoraptor. Ankylodocus is Tucanio. Okay, so that's the second island. Tucanio, okay, so won't get any of these from this island. We've got to complete this island before we can move on to the new stuff. And I guess to complete it, we need to do all of the missions, because we're already at almost 4 stars. And I think normally 3 stars is when you unlock the next island. Or maybe it's 4. But yeah, I think in this one we'll probably have to do all the missions before it'll let us actually move on to the next one. Alright, so I think maybe I'll put Iguanodon in here. Once it's actually ready. Because right now we don't have a viable genome yet. So what else do we have that I haven't really done anything with? Because I'm feeling like the list is starting to get a bit smaller for previously existing species.
Warning. Sabotage in progress.
Power stations again. See, this is the problem with not having any rep with a division. Is that they'll keep sabotaging you. Another thing I've read is that apparently the challenge mode, you can actually unlock new skins. So I might have to check that out. Maybe we'll do that like a bonus episode or something. You know, one that doesn't detract from the main series. And maybe I'll do one of those for Nublar, because we still haven't looked at that, but again, that's kind of the sandbox island, so it's not as interesting as, at least to me, the main mission islands. This goes a lot faster when you have three dig teams. Z's.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so where's the map boundary here? It's all the way up here. So that'd be a good place to build another enclosure. It's a lot of trees here, and also a lake. And wow, the ground is pretty fucked up over here. You know, I want to try something here. Okay, a storm is coming. So I want to do this before I start building. And even though I sent somebody to heal that Troodon, he still managed to infect all the other ones. Yeah, maybe wondering why I'm destroying the terrain here so badly. You'll see in a second here.
Remember, science is why we are all here, and this contract helps me advance our research. Take it, and we'll both get what we want.
This contract makes me science good. It's just weird that none of her contracts seem to really be science related. It's just like, hey, make more money. Which, you know, can't have science without money, so I guess that still flies. Science is not cheap. Okay, where actually is this guy?
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather conditions have started to pass. Please resume your normal activity.
And sadly, you can't even give these people umbrellas like you could in Operation Genesis. So the reason I built this nightmare pit in the ground is because, once again, I'm gonna try to get that fucking airtime achievement to unlock the Jurassic Park Jeep. Which I don't think I'm gonna get here because the ground's not flat enough to pick up speed. I need to flatten it out a little more on the bottom. What I need to do is reduce the slope. didn't want to raise it. I guess smooth is what I should have been doing. I still don't think the Jeep actually has enough power to make it up this hill, but we'll try. Oh, man. They still did not deal with this sickness? Are they just, like, reinfecting each other now before I can finish curing them? Alright. Iguanodon. Probably should be focusing on the Iguanodon since I want to get that one next. Because, I mean, Dreadnoughtus will be cool, I just have to actually...
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
...build an enclosure big enough for it. Man, look at this nasty ground. It's like I'm building some kind of horrible golf course. I don't think they can escape from this. But it looked like they were thinking about it. I'm pretty sure there's a loading screen tooltip that says you can use the horn to, like, manually... Oh, there is a horn. Okay. You can use it to spook dinosaurs, and I was like, wait, there is no horn, because you can see at the bottom left, it's not listed, but... I guess H actually is the horn. But you can't drive through bushes for some reason. They can do it when you're not driving them, but when you are, they just stop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to make a good ramp in this game. I feel like the tools are not specific enough. Like, you can't make a steadier slope. It's just like this. Maybe I'll have to look up a guide on how to get that achievement, because, I don't know. I'm having too much trouble on the times I've attempted this. I mean, I tried to do it before on the island where we had the really steep hills going up to the other section, and that didn't work out, so... Guess we're just, giving up on that for now. It would have been nice if they added a new Jeep skin for this. You know, like Woo's secret team skin or something like that. Because there aren't very many in the game. You know, there aren't even more than there are parks with the default number of parks. So it's like, do you want the one from the movie, or do you want the Jeep Rubicon in 2 colors? And then maybe you can unlock the Jurassic Park one. But no explorers from Lost World. Which I really like. I really like the design of those. The two. Because there's 2 of them, and they're not quite the same, but oh, they're both pretty cool. Especially the whole scene where Eddie is trying to pull the trailer off the edge of the cliff while it's skidding around in the mud, and the T-Rexes show up. Alright, so we got this new enclosure. We should have enough DNA for some iguanodons now. I should probably keep sending out more expeditions. I kind of forget to do this sometimes, honestly. Because sometimes it happens so quickly that I don't really want to pay attention to it. Okay, improved output. Improved output. Outage protection. There. So we now have 134 extra power. I still wish there was a better way to get more hatchery capacity than having to waste all of your upgrade slots. And Iguanodon is definitely going to be an erding species. I don't know why I said erding and not herding. Yeah, you gotta have a whole herd of them, you know? It's an erding species. Alright, let's build like a feeder there, and a feeder there, and a viewing gallery here. Right over the extremely shallow water. Okay, so how are things doing? Doing alright. That's an emergency shelter. What is the Troodon's maximum comfort? Population 0 to 25, 4 to 16. So you can put a lot of Troodons in there. Trounces and trounces of Troodons. I don't think trounces is a quantitative word. Pretty sure it's only a verb. I guess I don't have a max genome, so they wouldn't be at the top. Troodon. Right. I don't know how I can miss them when they're so weird looking. Let's make some steppy pattern. I know it's step, but steppy is more fun to say. Like a steppy eagle. I realize that most of an episode is probably just this at this point. It's just me having to pull more DNA in order to get new species, occasionally building an enclosure, and dealing with disasters. But, like, that's kind of this game, isn't it? Sometimes I remember to get a new contract, but right now we're actually just waiting for these contracts to finish. Waiting for species to incubate.
You did it, and I'm grateful. The contract, I mean. You've succeeded in getting more people in the park and more people coming to the science division. Just don't start gunning for my job.
It's all gross and slippery looking like it's fresh out of the
division thanks you.
womb.
And so do I.
The embryo room womb. Oh, look at those weird hands. All grippy. They have a very generic skin, though, to start with.
Here we have the Iguanodon, which is famous for its thumb spikes.
Well,
It's funny
apparently they
because
don't need a
the
group.
thumb bone was originally placed on the reconstructed skeleton's nose.
And unlike some of the other species, apparently the Iguanodon has entirely new animations in combat. Yeah, eating with his thumb fingers. It's like instead of just sticking out one pinky when he's drinking tea, he just sticks out both of his, like, thumb pinky things. Alright, so I guess they don't need a group, which is surprising. But I'm still gonna make a group of them.
You really knocked that one out of the park.
I'm just suddenly finishing all of these at once. Okay, and that means I should be able to grab another contract.
We can always use a few more resources. Here's our chance to earn some.
Torosaur with a rating of 78. Current rating is 64. Can improve that. It's gonna bring down the viability though. Okay, these are just the adaptation genes. Alright, so that one's probably gonna fail. Looks more suited to a desert.
We are pleased to welcome a corridor to the park.
And because I have the insurance, I got a little bit of a refund there for the failed incubation.
We are pleased to
Attending to feeder supply.
park.
I should probably put in another feeder. Let's put in a live feeder for the Troodons. So these guys seem to be doing alright. This is the alpha of the pack. I wonder how they attack people when they break out. Just pick them up in their thumbs and slam them down. They really do not have colorful skins, because I mean this is the alternate one and it's still pretty dark. Okay, Torosaur's going.
We are pleased to welcome.
I don't think they'd offer this contract to just anyone, so at least review it.
Okay, this should be a quick one because I already have most of the Troodon genome. If I can remember where that came from. Didn't the Troodon come from somewhere that it was not unique? Dreadnoughtus. And by unique, I mean it's not the only thing that comes from there. Troodon. Okay, guess not. Yeah, that's the one there where there's like 7 other things. We got more global research, but these don't really seem worth doing just because, like, this is 8 million. This is most of my money to decrease the building cost by 10%. All right. I almost wish I could turn night off on this island, honestly, because, like, all it does is make it hard to see. It's not like anything is cooler at night in this game, since there's no lighting options or anything. You can't put a big spotlight in your enclosure. Alright, well, I think for the moment, that'll do it for this island. What I think we're going to do is we're going to pop over to Sorna for a second and just do a little bit of releasing, and then I think we'll call that an episode, because I think it's been about an hour. Didn't do very much in this episode, but such is the case with Jurassic World Evolution. Sometimes you don't really feel like you've accomplished much. Island navigation, Isla Sorna. Hold on to your butts. All right.
I knew you were the right person for the job.
So what I wanted to release here was the Suchomimus. Relative to the Spinosaur and the Baryonyx. Kind of in between the two in size. But look how big that mouth is.
This is the crocodile mimic, or Suchomimus, a large meat eater. Everything about this dinosaur says keep your distance.
And this is one of the original deluxe dinosaur pack dinosaurs. So I imagine it's not too unique in its animations or anything. But, you know, it's another cool carnivore to have.
I'm doing a top-down review of our security protocols. And I'd like you to be a part of that, if you're interested. And you should be.
Okay, so he wants a bunch of modified carnivores again. So this is similar to the other mission I did, where I made all of the wrong things because I thought they all wanted the same thing. But yeah, we're going to need to house a variety of carnivores, which means it's a good thing I kind of designated this area of the island to be a carnivore zone. So I should have plenty of room to make enclosures for all these.
As before, we'll start by raising new stock. Incubate, hatch, and house some genetically modified dinosaurs. Then we'll continue.
Ah, I see you are hard at work. The word is that you and Lambert are helping Wu with some top-secret projects, huh? If there's a little something to be had for helping, or even just keeping my mouth shut, I'd like to be cut in. Yeah, as a courtesy, you understand? And remember who got you this job. Well, it wasn't me, but it could have been. And that sort of counts, right? So do what's right. Or be like me and do what's easy. Feels great.
Sure is a charming character. Alright, this bizarre little enclosure is going to house one of those carnivores. But, we'll, for the most part, we'll get around to that next time. I'm not going to build the full thing just yet. Why did I build a fence here? I think I was going to build another enclosure, like, right above this one. Which I might still do. Not sure. Ceratosaur with intensive repair. Might as well start this now because these take a while. Intensive repair. And then I'll just, you know, trank the Suchomimus if I need to. And there's no food in this enclosure, so I should probably deal with that. Another thing I can do before we end it here is just remember to research all of these since I have so much money here. And Styracosaur with 73 attack. I think I had one of those ready.
No problem. I've looked this gig over. You should too.
I think I've already got all the entertainment unlocks. Right, we still have the Allosaurus too, and the Mamenchisaurus, so there are still species from the default game that I have not unlocked yet. Just looks up at the sky. Please stop. I love how consistently they were missing when it was standing still.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
I imagine the monorail would make it a bad spot to have to try to get your helicopter in there. But I suppose they have really long cables to lower. Does this thing just like magnetize to them? I feel like I haven't actually watched this happen. Yep. Just instantly deployed straps. Is that thing just supposed to resemble the harness that they lower the cow on in Jurassic Park? You know, I could also probably put Dreadnoughtus in here. This might actually be big enough for them. Well, let's get some of those going for next time.
Security requires vigilance and commitment to the task at hand. You've proven yourself at that.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to keep grinding security as well to get the Indoraptor genome. So I think we should be able to get that next time. And get our psychotic murder dinosaur made. But until next time, I've been Shadefire, this is Jurassic World Evolution, and I hope you'll join me as we get to see some of the new stuff, now that I've done a bit of the groundwork for it. But until then, take care, folks.